Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas Eve Eve. I think that's right. We are quickly approaching Christmas Day.
Eve us. Don't do that.
What's up?
Don't Christmas Eve.
It was only one extra. Good morning, Alex.
How are you, sir?
I am well. Let's see here. We've got. I did go back and look at that. I think you're right with the 4 boxes instead of the large box. I think we'll stick with that for now. I'm not sure if we're going to have James today or not, but
Everybody see that heart pop up on top of his head?
oh yeah,
Give him one of those. I just did that. So the little bubble at the top, you click the bubble or click follow and send a heart me. That right there. Good job. All right.
exactly. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Mega Dave. All right, let's see here. I think I saw Dave in here. Oh, there you go.
I got you.
All right.
I click. You don't click the buttons. I click.
Believe me, I've learned that lesson the hard way. All right, there we go. Well, good morning, James.
Good morning.
You see that I put you on blast on the dispatch this morning.
Naturally.
Yep, and you are going to have to come through. I'm sure that you have every confidence that you will. Good morning, Dave.
No slacking today, James. Get after it.
Exactly. We are on to him for sure. So I'm assuming everybody's ready for Christmas on the screen.
I gotta go shopping still.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, you gotta be kidding me. My goodness. Talk about the last minute.
This is the largest dad shopping day of the year.
That's right.
You know, it's funny. Years ago when I was single before I got married, my tradition was to not buy any gifts until Christmas Eve. And back then, malls were a big deal. So I would get a huge tumbler of coffee and I would start at one mall and I'd go do all of my Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. Then I got married and all of that changed. Exactly. Today I am way ahead of the curve. Unfortunately,
yeah, you got all kinds of stuff going on over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I finally got the game board done, the one, and it's got flappers and it's got bumpers, and then I covered the table with a green tablecloth, and then I wrapped Christmas lights around the table. Oh yeah, it's on. It's definitely on. I'm sure I'll get some video and we'll have to post a little bit about it at some point after the holiday. All right, well, let's say some good mornings here. Who do we have with us this morning? Hits is here. Good morning, Hitesh. Charlie, good morning, Charlie. Wendy is here. Sherry from East Tennessee. Rick Sr. Beaver from Colorado Springs. Jody Singleton 8. Good morning, all. Wendy, she said silver's at $70.77. Wow. Exactly. Benji 1959. Big Ben is here. Pure Blood Holly Johns. Good morning, Holly. Towie Bixby. She said, "Hi, I'm back. It's Christmas time in retail." Yeah, I'm sure. Debbie is here from the UK. Hey, Debbie. Franny Dragonfly. Good morning, Franny. Oh, hold on a second. I forgot all about this chat over here. There we go. Okay. Oh, no, I lost there it is. Okay. The TikTok changes are consistent. I mean, it's crazy how much they're changing. Wendy is here. Let's see. April Burgess. Thank you, April, for the heart me. TJ is here. Magic. Good morning, Magic. And the man, the myth, the legend, John Gwynn is here. Wendy J. Good morning, Wendy J. All right, everybody. So as Alex said, we've been doing a lot of digging into the analytics for TikTok. So the way we have restructured the daily gifting is the number one priority are the heart me's that Alex talked about. And we're not going to bring it up a lot, but I want everybody to understand why we made these changes. TikTok is just making change after change after change. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Beach Chair Farmer. So that's why we're making these changes. And we're making a few other tweaks to the show. that you'll see as we go forward. But thank you, everybody, for participating. Let's see here. Who do we have over on the other platforms? David Morales is here. He said, good morning from a Christmas-free home. Oh, boy. Max Ashton is here as well. Good. Earl Shannon's here. Good morning, Earl. Oh, Earl said, good morning, spinning ball boys from Flat Earth, Minnesota. Oh, of course, you had to bring that one up, huh? Oh, my gosh. Our Sci-Fi is here as well. Russell Webster on YouTube as well. Welcome in, everybody. Magic said TikTok is making me crazy. Well, I'm telling you, it is challenging to say the least. Paco said Christmas Eve lingerie shopping for the wife. There you go, Paco. Get after it, brother. That's what I like to hear. Well, look who just showed up. Traveler is here. Good morning, Traveler. Oh, look, I got my little Christmas hat. Oh, and tomorrow it will be a Christmas theme for the show, just so you guys know, because we won't be live or dispatch on Christmas Day. So there will be a Christmas theme tomorrow.
Sir, it's a federal holiday. We're off tomorrow.
Oh, no. We're not off. We're locked and loaded.
You may have to take that up with Allie Mae.
Oh, well, if you have to bow out for that reason, I completely understand. Lord knows.
He didn't want to face her, did he?
Oh, nice hat. No, Lord knows that. Oh, look at the Christmas tree from John Gwynn. How cute. No, I'm not pissing off Allie Mae. No way. Not a chance, dude.
I did it last night. I'd recommend it to you.
No. Bad idea. Vicky Veronica is here. Good morning, Vicky. All right. So one of the changes we're making is we're not going to bring everybody up into separate boxes. It messes up the feed over on the Restream feed. So we're going to leave the boxes as they are, and everybody's still going to do their reports. But that's one of the changes, just so everybody doesn't flip out and say, what are you guys doing?
The only one flipping out is you, Sam.
I know. Okay. I get so over.
This setup makes us feel more like the Brady Bunch anyway, right?
Exactly. Oh, there we go. Lisa Piquel and Sassy Minnesota Girl are here as well. All right. Let's see, Alex. What about some indices this morning?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in on this fine Tuesday, December 23rd, as Sam said, Christmas Eve 2025. Markets reacting today. I saw an article pop that said U.S. economy grows by 4.3%, fastest in 2 years, smashing expectations, which means the markets react. S&P 500 up 19 points to 6,897. The Dow is up 60 points to 48,423. NASDAQ is up 97 points to 23,527. Looking at the commodities market, crude oil dipped a little bit, and then it came back up 10%. We're currently sitting at $58.11 a barrel. Current price right now for gold, $4,500.40. But
John, are you getting nervous out there?
Over the early morning hours, it topped $4,526 per ounce. And just to put that in context, a month ago we were sitting at $3,900, $4,000. So $500 jump in 30 days. That's pretty significant. Looking at the other commodity, silver. Overnight, early this morning, silver topped out at $70.71. It dipped pretty quickly around 9-10 a.m. my time, back down to 68. But it has rebounded relatively quickly, currently sitting at $70.53. $100 coming soon. I don't know. Not financial advice. Buy it on the TikTok shop. Looking at the crypto market. Yeah, it's not so good. Everything's down. Everything. I don't see one that's up. Bitcoin down 1.4% to 88,024. XRP down 2.67% at $1.89. Ethereum down 2.8% at 2,955. Stellar Lumens down 2.2% at 22 cents. Cardano down 3.8% at 36 cents. It's just down. It's just down.
Yeah.
That's all right. It'll rebound.
And other change to the show, as Sam has not mentioned, we probably are going to drop the drops for a while and see what happens. So that's my report for the day, ladies and gentlemen. If I don't see you tomorrow because Allie Mae killed me because I was trying to do the radio show on Christmas Eve, I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas.
Oh, I hope you can make it, but I will understand if you can't. All right, let's see here. Paco or Magic said TikTok is making me crazy. Well, like I said, it get in line. Wild Gorge is here. It said it's Christmas time. Yes, it is. Charlie said, I wish I would have bought more. I think we all, hindsight is 2020 vision. Oh, look at that trampoline teddy bear. Thank you, Charlie. I think it was Charlie. Yeah, I think it was Charlie. Martin's WB just showed up. Good morning, Martin. Special Case 765 said, buy the dip. Love the TikTok shop. Not financial advice. Benji 1959 said, didn't Trump just buy a ton of Bitcoin? Yes, he did. And we're going to talk about that today. Dave, what do you got for us?
Very good. I just wanted to add, year to date, if you were to invest in gold a year ago today, 69.21 on my board. Silver is up 137.72% year to date.
Wow.
It's absolutely insane.
Wow.
And fun.
Get it while
Fun
you
to
can.
watch.
Get it while you can.
Yes, sir. Good. Markets are rebounding a little bit today. Corn is mixed across the board. Soybeans are up 2 to 3 cents. Wheat is mixed. Cattle is down 7/10. Hogs are up 8%. I have two stories today. The first one, the USDA said they've lost 18% of their total workforce across the board, mainly because of buyouts. So as we go forward here and the USDA office gets pushed out of DC, it'll be thinned out to a well-oiled machine across the board. And the good news is the USDA did permit, they've been cutting back, watching cattle, watching a few things, but they did permit an issue yesterday to allow Santa to bring the reindeers into the United States. So that is a positive. So we'll see how that shakes out. But
Rudolph.
They've got the right of way.
Rudolph leading the way. Exactly.
That's right.
Oh, let's see here. Kevin Kiesler is here. Data Mackey just showed up. Nutty81. Merry Christmas to you too, Nutty. Nurse is here. Happy Tuesday, everyone, she says. Happy Tuesday to you as well. I don't know what that means in the chat here, but I don't know. All right, James, what do you got for us today?
Well, this is going to be short compared to the topic that you brought up earlier, but just to let everybody know, I made it from Bowling Green, Kentucky, to today's favorite city in Illinois, Farmer City.
There we go.
So, and I come to this day with a new favorite word, and that is called major. I won the major last night.
What is that?
It means that he did well.
I did well. Yeah.
A major what?
Jackpot.
Casino.
Oh, nice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad about you buying those steaks over XRP anymore.
Yeah, buddy.
4 digits, 5 digits, 6 digits? What was it?
We're not going there.
Oh, come on now.
If it was a major, it's 6 digits easy.
Oh, wow. Holy smokes, good for you.
So the military, fiscal year 26 is off to a great start with military recruiting. The Defense Department since October or this new fiscal year already at 40% of its delayed entry program. The 5 branches of service has an average of 103% in fiscal year 2025. So we're way up. As of today in recruiting for the new year, Army is at 62,050, Navy is at 44,096, Air Force is at 30,166, Space Force 819, and the Marine Corps at 26,600. So for a total of 1.4 million men and women in active duty, there's 454 active soldiers, 334,600 sailors, 321,000 airmen, 10,400 Space Force Guardians, 172,300 Marines, and 80 to 100,000 Coast Guard.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, James. Wild Gorge said, but Santa got picked up by ice. Not surprising. Gary Murphy's here. Good morning, Gary. Kathleen Garcia said, in reference to your jackpot, James, congrats, but I'm jealous. There we go. Pure Blood Holly John said, buy silver with your winnings, James. Exactly. See, Melissa Flinter's greeting Merry Christmas Eve. I like that, Melissa. I speak 1717 said, and over 200 million patriots. Yeah, believe me, I think we are by far the majority in America, no matter what the mainstream media says.
And on behalf, Santa did not get picked up by ICE because he can speak 84 languages fluently. So he's good to go.
He's good to go. All right, good.
That's right.
Hey, Sue B just showed up. Good morning, Sue. Wendy says, at least Santa has his visa. Exactly. We're watching you, Santa. We're on to you. Earl Shannon over on YouTube said, I predicted $100 an ounce for silver by January 1st. I wonder, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, the way it's going.
Averaging over 2% a day right now.
Wow. That's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. MN Citizen, thank you for the heart me. Charles Osborne, thank you for the heart me. Charlie just lighting us up with gifts this morning. Thank you, Charlie. And Melissa's Flinter as well. Oh my goodness. You guys are so generous. Thank you. All right. Wildlife fans here. She said, or he or she, I think it's a she, said chasing, CHACHING. I'm not sure what that means, wildlife fan. Might have to put some more details.
Cha-ching.
Oh, cha-ching. Oh, okay. Got it. Jeez, there's not a whole lot that gets by me, right? Did you see my hair flying back? Exactly.
What's that cat in Alice in Wonderland?
What's that?
What's the name of the cat in Alice in Wonderland?
No idea.
The Cheshire Cat?
Oh, gotcha. Oh, my gosh. You
Cha-ching.
guys have got me. Yeah, and yes, wildlife fan is a she. Okay, thank you for that clarification, wildlife fan. I can't always see all the pictures in the chat, so it's hard to know for sure, but I'm glad you corrected me on that. All right, let's see here. Let's get into some stories. So, according to the Wall Street Apes over on X, the United States Marshals are on their way to LA, California, right here. And they can arrest politicians and elected officials at federal and state local levels. Now, how many of you remember Nancy Pelosi being escorted out of Congress surrounded by U.S. Marshals several years ago, which lends to the idea that she has already been dealt with, and that's just my opinion. But now they're making it public, and this is on their own website. It's coming, and it's coming in a big way. Alex, what do you think?
U.S. Marshals are the only ones, I believe, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, that can enter any home, facility, building warrantless. They are constitutional in their foundation. Am I wrong? Go ahead, James.
The only other entity is a game warden.
And a state park ranger.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Can
know
enter
that.
my home without
Yeah.
a warrant?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Especially those guys that shoot deer out of their house.
I don't. It's coyotes, jackass, not deer.
That dude, exactly.
They've been integral lately in missing children recovery, fugitive operations, border. Like, they're involved in everything. So I'm very anxious to see what their business is in the old Sunshine, California state.
Exactly. Well, I'll certainly have my eyes peeled for all of that. And then, as Alex
They're
said,
not coming to your house, are they?
I don't know why they would. It wouldn't surprise me, though. Let's just say that I'm not a stranger to the law, and I'm not an attorney. Let's just put it that way. In my younger days, but the Marshal Service also, before we get to you, Dave, led an operation called Northern Lights, resulting in the recovery and location of 43 missing children. That's what I'm talking about, Dave.
That was in Florida, correct?
I
believe
don't
it
know
was,
where that.
yeah.
I think it was Florida. Yeah.
I think it was Florida. So think about that. When you guys watched the evening news last night, if you'd happened to turn that mess on, did they talk about that? Why is that? That's what you got to bring to yourself. Why is this such a negative story to cover? It's, in my mind, it's positive and bring to light. Like, that would piss off a lot of people if they knew what truly was happening. So, no, this LA is going to be interesting. They're going in hot and heavy on large scale enforcement. So we'll see how that shakes out.
Exactly. Skippy said, Sam fought the law and the law won. Isn't that the truth? James?
Well, in what I'm about to say should compel everybody to have some thought about what could possibly be going down. The core duties of the U.S. Marshal Service is apprehending dangerous fugitives, securing federal courts, managing asset forfeiture from criminal enterprises. Witness security, they serve federal warrants, and they perform task force, and today it's business as usual. So what's going to go down in California, it's kind of anybody's guess, but they're going for a reason, and they announced it for a reason. Somebody's shaking in their boots, guaranteed.
Exactly.
And the marshals, they don't play. They don't drive marked cars. At a previous residence that I had, I was sitting out on the front porch enjoying my morning coffee, and a Chevy 2-door Blazer pulled up in front of the house, and tinted windows, window rolled down, and they said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Who the F are you?" And he goes, "United States Marshals." Blah, 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 blah. Spit my name right out. And he's like, "You're not who we're looking for." Rolled his window up and drove off. I was like my hair just stood up just thinking about that experience. I hadn't thought about that in years.
Wow.
No, they don't do no messing around. None.
Exactly. I'm married to Bob, said, "Let's go." Exactly. And look who's here. Lisa Maria. She said, "Merry Christmas to everyone. Love our family." So do I, Lisa. So do I. Kathleen Garcia said, "Please tar and feather the California governor." Exactly. Glenn said, "I want to see them in cuffs." Exactly. Hey, Jackie's here. Merry Christmas from Pennsylvania. Merry Christmas to you as well. Jan Lovin being grandma said, "They're coming to LA to celebrate Christmas with Sam." Exactly. Oh, gosh. I Speak 1717 said, "Why does it take so long to get a beer harvest permit?" I don't know. That's classic. John Gwynn said, "Arrest all 3 left coast governors, please." Well, boy, wouldn't that be a Christmas present? Jackie said, "My ex is a retired U.S. Marshal." Ooh, I bet you could tell some stories. Wendy J said, "I thought the National Guard has been marshalized." I don't know if they've been marshalized, but they've been federalized. So I don't know if that would be the same level of authority or not. But we'll have to wait and see. John Langloy's here. Hey, John. Cindy Hayden 59 said, "Come to Kentucky and take Andy." Nutty 81 said, "Merry Christmas to all our patriots." Amen. Amen. MN Citizen, "Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to you as well." All right, so let's move on. Next up, we have technical issues. What the heck is going on here? There we go. So California is facing a fuel disaster as refineries and gas stations shut down. Now, I think it's Chevron that's pulling out of California next. We are at $4.30 a gallon right now.
Ouch.
Yeah, $4.30, and it's been going up. Even though the price of oil's been going down, it's been going up here. It's crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on, but James, what do you make of it?
Well, there's 5 factors that add up to what's going on in your state. First, there's a high gas tax and a carbon tax. They're geographically isolated. California requires a special blend of fuel for the emissions. They have unplanned shutdowns causing supply disruptions and spiking prices, volatile crude prices. So in 2000, California had an average that was 25 cents higher than the remainder of the country, and today it's $1.50 higher. So somebody's lining their pockets because they sure as hell ain't making the air any better out in California than it is in Utah.
Exactly. Kathleen Garcia said Shifty should be wearing an orange jumpsuit by now. 100%. I agree. D said, "I paid $2.06 a gallon in Joplin, Missouri yesterday." Jan Lovin being grandma said, and it affects Arizona. Dave?
Yeah, you're double all day long, Sam, and it's not going to be any better with the Phillips 66 shutting down and the other one shut down on April 2026. That has taken out 17 to 20% of your refineries.
It's going to be ugly. I saw some estimates. There's a gentleman by the name of Mike Netter, who's a personal friend of mine. He does the Netter News Blast. He's all over X. He's been on my show before, and he's an expert on California. In fact, I'm going to reach out to Mike and get him on the show. But he was saying that there's a possibility we could reach $10 a gallon in California. It would grind everything to a halt. Oh, nice little mobile.
If you can get the gas.
Exactly.
If you're losing a fifth of it.
And that reminds me, back in the 70s, remember when we had the gas shortage? My dad was classic, God rest his soul. They called him Big Mike. He owned a bar on Skid Row for 42 years. And you didn't mess with Big Mike. Well, I remember when I was a kid, this is in the early 70s, I might have been 8, 10 years old. When this happened, my dad said, screw this. He went out and bought barrels, 50-gallon barrels or 100-gallon. I don't know how big they were. They were big. And he filled them with gas. And we had them sitting in our backyard for years. I mean, talk about a bomb waiting to go off. But Dad didn't play, man. Dad was ready. He was we screwed this. We're going to have our own gasoline. And that's what he did.
Under the Biden administration, I just about bought a tanker to park in the shed.
Yeah,
full of diesel.
Exactly.
I was literally weeks away from getting it accomplished.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Gosh. NC Patriots said 239 in Greensboro, North Carolina. Boy, you guys are just making me jealous now.
It's like 216 here.
Wow.
Sam, part of my business is fuel consumption with diesel, and since I left Minnesota back before Thanksgiving, I've seen diesel prices drop down to the mid $2 range for diesel, and really, really happy about that.
Yeah.
And with all the people coming off the road, there's not a trucker shortage. All of a sudden they're seeing 32% of the market or drivers come out of the workforce. That's driving the price of freight crazy. It's not gonna make the stores. It's not gonna have an impact on the people because the prices in stores are already at an astronomical level.
Yeah.
What they're highlighting is the middleman. Somebody's got their fingers in that cookie jar and they're about to get cut off.
Exactly. Barbara Barr said, inversion and Utah winters are horrible. Jan Lovin being grandma said, dear Lord, Arizona too, we got our gas from California. I know, I'm telling you, it's not pretty. John Gwynn said, my dad did the same in the 70s, had an actual gas pump in our front yard. I love it. So my dad wasn't the only crazy Lebanese guy out there, right? Gosh. Gosh, that's crazy. Benji 1959 said, price of diesel is BS. It's cheaper to make. You're 100% right, Ben. 100% right. Earl Shannon said it's $2.54 in Park Rapids, Minnesota, $2.05 in Porter, Texas. Vonnie Darling, hey, Vonnie's over here on Facebook. She said when it was 30 cents in California, I used to get Arco dolls when my dad would fill up. Yeah, I remember those. They give you I remember they used to have the little antenna, the little balls that you put on your antenna. They'd give you those too. I remember when they'd actually come out and pump the gas for you. Talk about aging myself. Holy cannoli.
The good old days.
Yeah, exactly.
Sam, do you still have that swag?
No, I wish I did. No, I could, have no idea.
It'd be antiques by now.
Yeah, no kidding. But what's interesting, as you all know, my sister passed recently and I've had to, going through her stuff and what have you. And she had a whole bunch of stuff from years ago. And one of the things that I discovered that she had ticket books from Disneyland. In Disneyland, you used to have tickets to ride certain rides. And the e-ticket was the one that gets you all the good. But she had these books of Disneyland tickets that she had saved all these years. I don't even know when they discontinued the tickets in Disneyland, but it's been decades ago.
Kind of reminds me of S&H green stamps.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the books and all that.
Right, that was the one. Is that the one where you put them in the books and you go and exchange them for products? I remember that. Yes.
And Sam, we've talked about this, but any quarter you find 64 and older is worth over probably $12 a piece now in silver.
Oh, a quarter?
Yeah, every 64
Wow.
year and older
Wow.
quarter is worth over 12. It's got 90%, like 0.717, I think, I think it takes like almost 5 quarters to make a ounce
Wow.
of silver.
Wow. That's crazy. Benji 1959 said, "Do you remember the little dinosaurs?" Yes, I do remember that, Ben. Barbara Barr said, "E-tickets." Yeah, exactly. Towie Bixby said, "E-tickets was the unlimited rides ticket." Yeah, and was it unlimited rides or was the really good rides? I can't remember what it was, but holy cannoli.
The
Wendy said,
dinosaur wasn't that Sinclair?
Sinclair.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yep,
There's
the
still
green
there's still
dinosaur.
some green dinosaurs around this country.
Yeah.
Rick Senior
Wyoming.
said, "I have a bunch of them, Dave." Oh wow, that's
good.
crazy. That is just crazy. Bonnie Darling said, "I wish I had those Arco dolls now." Yeah, me too. I'm sure those got to be worth a pretty penny. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move on. So, as we briefly discussed earlier, the Trump Media Corporation purchased 451 more Bitcoin at over $40 million. Alex, what do you make of that?
Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. That's what I make of that. They're buying the dip in anticipation of what? I don't think they dumped that kind of money if it was gonna go away, if it was a scam, if it was used by the criminals around the world, all the narrative that was originally pushed by the media. And now we're seeing adoption by banks. We're seeing large corporations buy in. It's the fuel is in the train. The engines are started, and it's about to pull out of the track, pull out of the station.
Yeah. Hey, Big Frog 4 over on YouTube said, "Hey, 3 of those old Disney tickets are going for $250 on eBay." Holy cannoli! Wow. Dave, what do you think?
You can buy your half a cow now.
Yeah, exactly. Dave, what do you think about this Bitcoin purchase?
Well, that puts them well over $2 billion worth of holdings and just in Bitcoin, I believe, on that with that group. They just invested. Who is the other one? TC, I believe it is. What was it? TAE Technology. So that they're getting a little backing. They're getting a little strength on behind them. So that'll be something to watch. And their share is 14.33 today.
Wow, interesting. Nanny, thank you for the heart me. Sassy Minnesota girl, thank you for the gifts. Crystal Zesky just showed up. Good morning, Crystal. James, what do you make of this Bitcoin deal?
Well, it's only one entity that they're highlighting about acquiring big numbers. Every day, dinosaurs or whales come in and they get a big chunk that's never reported or talked about. The part that we're getting closer to every time somebody buys millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin or XRP, or for that matter, any coin, it's going to become extinct. You're not going to be able to buy it. And that's why I wear the XRP brand, and in hopes that it gets to that part of extinction where it's not ever available again. That's when the price is really kind of crazy. And that's what I'm looking for. And I know Alex is challenging me to that, and the stake and all that. Hey, when it takes its moonshot, baby, I'll buy you the fucking herd.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and something to consider real quickly. This number of 40 million that they're investing is merely a very small drop in the bucket. 24-hour volume today alone, 24-hour volume up 27%, is 42.7 billion. That's the volume that happens daily. So this is not, while it's a lot of money to us and the viewers, in the grand scheme of Bitcoin, it's not a lot. But if you take those 100 coins and you multiply that by 100,000, 150,000, 500,000, now you're talking about some scratch. And I think that's the play and the bet that they're going for.
Right. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Eric Trump both came out in the last few weeks talking about Bitcoin. Robert Kiyosaki said that if you own 0.01 of one Bitcoin, you're going to be wealthy. Eric Trump came out and said if you own 0.1 of one Bitcoin, you're going to be wealthy. So somewhere between 0.01 and 0.1 is a sweet spot for most people. And how many people are just not going to get there because they haven't seen it yet? I think we're fortunate that we have that insight. Well, look who.
So if go ahead.
No,
I said if they come out and say, hey, this is what we're doing to the reserve, it's going away, and we're going to do gold backed, and we're going to be go all into crypto as this wheel. It's sky is the limit, and I think 2026 may be the catalyst that's going to add to that.
well, it is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. That may have something to do with it. Let's see. Teresa Faria, contractor. Thank you for the heart me. I speak 1717. Thank you for the heart me. And look who I just noticed is in the chat. Allie Mae is here. Good morning, Allie. Now, Allie Mae, we're going to have a little discussion. We're told that Alex may not be able to join us tomorrow. And I told him, whatever he does, not to upset you, but I hope that you're going to give him permission to be with us tomorrow. It is our Christmas edition.
Hey, Sam, it's time for sponsors.
Oh, is it? No. Oh, wow, it is. Okay, so sponsorship. As we all know, Mike Lindell has sponsored me from the beginning. If you need some last-minute Christmas gifts, they probably wouldn't get there in time. But go to mypillow.com, use the discount code SAM, and you'll get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. Secondly, Neil Naturopathic. Oh, yeah, Dave, the codes aren't coming in on either one. Only one of them. Two of them are. The Neil Naturopathic. We need to make them smaller or something. Neil Naturopathic, if you use the code SAM20, you'll get 20% off of your purchase. Dr. Glidden, as you all know, he's with us every Friday. If you have any questions when it comes to health and wellness, go to my website, samshalhoub.com, use the discount code SAM, and you'll get 30% off of a membership to his website. And he does live question and answers twice a week. You would do yourself and your family well by joining his membership. And of course, Best Line Racing, our newest sponsor. Perry has made a very generous offer to all of our followers. If you go to samshalhoub.com, click on the Best Line Racing button, it'll take you where you can buy oil additives and fuel additives from Best Line Racing. And if you use the code SAM, you get a 50% discount through the end of the year, a 50% discount. Give them a try. I think you'll find it well worth your time. All right, Alex, what about some meditation today?
Links in my bio, ladies and gentlemen. Working on book number 2. Hopefully by the first of the year, I can get that cranked out. But it is a beginner's guide to meditation, the easy road to a peaceful mind. If you purchase the book between now and the well, let's see, what do we got? We've got less than 10 days. By the end of the year, I will give you 1 hour of one-on-one coaching training for meditation. Some have already taken us up on that, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Yep, 100%. Thanks, Alex. Benji1959 said the dip is on purpose to let these big buyers in. I mean, I think there's probably some truth to that, Ben. Exactly. So people are asking, how much is 0.1 for Bitcoin? So the way Bitcoin works is one Bitcoin is broken down into smaller denominations, much like the dollar is broken down into 100 cents equals $1. 100 million, what they call Satoshis, equals one Bitcoin. So at 0.1 at today's price, I'm guessing it's probably around 8,000.
About 10,000.
About $10,000. Yeah.
1,000 is 0.01.
Yeah. So somewhere in that area. Hope that makes sense to you, Sassy. Hey, Tim Shaw just showed up. Brian is here. Good morning, Brian. Rhonda said RV. Yeah, the restructuring of the money we're well in the middle of it. I believe that the alternate system is running parallel right now to the SWIFT system, and there will be a point when that switch is completely flipped. Whether that's tomorrow or 2 years from now, I have no idea, but it's coming. Tim Shaw 707 said, I just got mine yesterday. Good man. Exactly. David said, Best Line additives increase your miles per gallon. Yes, they do. 100%.
71.21 on silver.
Sassy Minnesota girl said, shoot, I was hoping it was $100 for a 0.1. Yeah, well, not going to happen.
It would have been.
It would have been
about 7 years ago.
exactly.
And it's not a get rich now thing. Look, if you're wanting to know how much you can put in, that's for you to decide, right? So a long-term goal or strategy would be, if I've got $5 a paycheck or $100 a month or whatever's within your budget, what's the average bar tab? I mean, I know that when me and the boys used to go out, you'd spend $250 at the bar on a Saturday night, everybody partying it up. If you took
Not counting the strip clubs. Oh, oops, that's right. Allie Mae's in the chat. Sorry.
What's
Stepping up on
that?
stage number 1, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Shalhoub. Look, take that little bit every month and just put it away. Our grandparents did it, but they put it in gold and silver in a jar out by the tree on the back 40, right? Like, this is the same thing. You're not going to get rich quick on the scenario. It's not going to explode or take off or those things. Just cost average in over time. If you'd have put $100 in 2013, it would be worth $80,000 today. So cost average in over the course of the last 10 years, if you put $100 a month, you'd be sitting on probably a cool mill. Easy.
Well, and I see a lot of people in the chat saying, "Oh, I only have $100 worth," or "Oh, I wish it was this." Here's the thing. When I coach people on this, if it's $10 a month, put in $10 a month. If it's $25 a month, put in $25 a month. This is not financial advice. This is just what I have done when I first started this. And it builds up over time. You don't even realize it if you just set it and forget it by X amount of dollars per month. Just don't worry about it. Let it go. All of a sudden, you wind up having this bankroll, because not only are you buying every week or every month, but because it's going up continually, even though it's volatile, it continues to go up. So even if it's $10, $100, whatever it is per month, I would suggest everybody do it. That's what I did, and I'm really glad that I did. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, jeez, we've got some trolls over on YouTube. Oh, gosh, to catch a predator. Yeah, whatever. All right, so let's see here. Moving on. So I talked about this in the Daily Dispatch. So gold broke 4,400 yesterday. Silver broke $70 yesterday. And now we're up. Aren't we up even higher today on silver, Alex?
It just topped 71, brother.
Wow. What about gold?
70, gold is currently sitting it's 7 at 8 a.m. this morning. It was at 4,526. It dipped down to 44.72. Currently at 45.05.
Yeah, so $4,500 an ounce, you guys. I mean, it has, as Dave came up with the statistics earlier, we're talking about, why are people putting money into gold and silver? Why are people putting money into Bitcoin? Because the fiat system is coming apart. And the people in the know understand that. And that's part of our mission here, is to help everybody understand the switch is happening as we speak. And it's an opportunity to create generational wealth, in my opinion. James, what are your thoughts?
Just a quick example. Sorry, James, to interrupt. If you invested $100 every month into Bitcoin starting from January 2013 to December 2025, that's 156 months for a total of investment of $15,600. At today's price of $15,600 averaged over the cost buy-in, you would be sitting on about $1.4 million.
Right. Exactly.
If you could spend $15,000 and turn it into $1.4 million, would you do it?
Exactly.
45,000.
What's that?
I'd spend 3 times that amount.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But hindsight is 20/20 vision. And I think we're providing that preview to hindsight now. And that's just my opinion. James?
Well, when I visited with people that when Bitcoin broke.
Oh,
Phone call.
Sorry about that. Yeah, when Bitcoin broke its all-time high and it was up around 120,000, I talked with 3 or 4 guys that got into that coin at a very early stage, like 20 cents, 50 cents. It was cheap. And they stuck 200 grand as bankers, stuck 200,000 in each. So today you don't see them. They have their own planes. They have their own places all over the country. I mean, it's
It's
all over the
swimming
world.
pools and movie stars is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely signs. So that's my hope with XRP. That's why I wear the brand. I talked to people. I corrupted Dave into it, and we got into a couple other things. Talked a bunch of friends into it, and the referral program. Just to refer somebody, they give money to refer, and really generational wealth that's a very, very powerful term. If you can change the financial complexion of your family just by doing something is low is just whatever you can afford, that has the possibility of changing a financial complexion. And me myself, I didn't come from money. I had to always work for it, but just to invest a little bit of money here and there, I think it's amazing. It's just a good opportunity. It's fun, and you guys know I'm anxious about it. Hell, I wager against it. That guy above me.
Well, and here's the thing, Coach JV, who I respect in the crypto arena. I personally know him. He's supposed to come on the show. I haven't heard from him recently, but I'm going to reach out to them again. But he is of the same opinion that there will be a point where XRP makes a flip, and it'll be a quick rise and over a period of time. Now, I tend to think the same thing. Now, there's no way to tell whether that's going to be accurate or not until it happens, but I would not be surprised for a second if it did happen that way.
Sam, I've been approached by a lot of different people, and they asked the question: do you think that the government will buy back XRP, similar to what they did with gold? Do you think that would be a possibility?
Well, again, if you think about it, if the government bought, a million XRP coins, and then the next day said, you know what, the fiat system's done, we're moving everything to crypto, our national debt would disappear overnight. So, but again, they're not going to do something that's going to jeopardize the American population. And I think a very quick move, a big move like that, they're probably not going to do. But that's not to say they're not going to do it over a period of time. But again, that's just speculation on my part.
Well, same's true with XRP. If you put $100 in every month, starting in January of 2017, which is when XRP started to roll, that's 108 months, an investment of $10,800. Currently today, it would be $170,000. So if you could take 10 grand and in a short amount of time, I mean, look, the stock market, the Bitcoin return on that investment over the course of 2013 to say 2023 is like 8 or 9,000% gains. XRP currently, if you got in from 2017 to now, is around a 1,500% gain. Stock market doesn't perform like that.
Right. Dobermom 79's here. Hey, Dobermom. John Gwynn said if XRP hits 10,000, James will own Thailand. Exactly. Oh my gosh, you guys crack me up. Let's see. Diana Lynn, Calvin Lee, thank you for the heart me's. That's very sweet. Laura McCrae, thank you for the heart me's. Rick Sr., thank you for the gifts. All right, well, let's move on. So MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, as you all know, is running for the governorship of Minnesota. Well, it looks like he is projected to win the primary. What do you make of that, Dave?
Yeah, it sounds like it's one of those deals. He's roughly 51% chance of winning the primary election. So, I mean, there's a lot of time between now and then. Obviously, I favor him, but
Trump train.
Maybe James will stick around and get one more vote in before he exits stage left there.
Exactly, to Thailand. James?
Yep.
Well, the public is in Minnesota known to do some pretty crazy shit. Who would have thought that a world wrestler like Jesse Ventura would have come off the mat to be the governor of Minnesota and actually did quite well. I think people in Minnesota they realize that Mike Lindell has a friendship with President Trump. He's proven that he's a patriot through and through, and I think given the the scenario of what's going on in Minnesota, it's pretty much a hands down victory for Mike. Not saying he's not worthy; he's very much worthy. For a man that's faced that much adversity with Dominion and the voting, Mike, no doubt, he's all about for America and the state of Minnesota, and I'd love to see him win for sure.
100%. Shoot, I must have missed it. We got a Trump train and I missed it.
All three of us just
That's
said
what we
Trump
said, Trump
train,
train.
Sam.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Oh, shoot. Ben, thank you for the Trump train. I missed it. Oh, well.
As consolation to your Trump train, silver just hit 71.14.
Wow. Hey, JP Metal Slayer's here. Thank you for the heartbeat, JP. Barbara Barr.
There's another one.
Oh, the Trump train. There it is. Oh, my goodness. I didn't miss that one. Nice. Thanks, John. I can't believe I missed Ben's. Oh, well. I'm glad we got another one. Thank you, everybody. See what happens when you get to be my age. Stuff can be right in front of you and you don't see it. All right, well, let's move on. So, did I get everybody on that one? Okay. Next up, President Trump, and we're going to go right to you on this one first, James. President Trump announced the development of his new Golden Fleet battleships for the U.S. Navy. He said they are going to be 100x more powerful than the current battleships. What do you make of it, James?
Well, just like the X-47 named after President Trump, we now have a new class of battleship coming to the water, and it's going to be Trump class. The Golden Fleet is obviously the U.S. Navy is now a visible symbol of the American strength and resolve to defend our nation throughout the globe and requires the most capable and advanced fleet. The Golden Fleet is the Navy's bold investment to revitalize America's maritime industrial base, rapidly building, and when a conflict arises, there's two questions. Where's the carrier and where's the battleship? They're going to sustaining the fleet and fundamentally changing how we do business in order to keep projecting peace through power. The next battleship, the USS Defiant. It will have the most destructive firepower of any surface ship to ever sail. It will have the ability to strike the adversary at 100 times the range of the previous class. The Trump class will be the first ever guided missile battleship with the ability to deploy nuclear and hypersonic missiles, state-of-the-art combat systems, and will launch long-range hypersonic strike against strategic targets ashore that have been unreachable by the current fleet, and directed energy weapons to deliver more of a more favorable exchange ratio. That ship is that class of battleship is going to be 840 to 880 feet long, 105 to 115 feet of beam, 20 to 30 feet of draft. It's going to have a sailing cruise speed of 30 plus knots. That's like 45 miles an hour. 650 to 850 crew. The Trump class battleships are going to have 20 to 25 of them. There's also two 300 watt and two 600 watt lasers, 5-inch guns, rail guns, ram launchers, 4 30 millimeter chain guns, and loaded with countermeasures. The new fleet is unparalleled in lethality, adaptability, and superiority.
Man, I knew you were going to bring the goods, James, and I'm so grateful you did. I had no idea how
the Trump class battleship is going to be a bad monster on the water.
I was just going to say badass. Exactly. Hey, Tire Man's here. Hey, Tire Man, haven't seen you in a while, brother. Glad you could make it. FD Bell, thank you for the heart me. Very sweet. Wildlife fan said liberals are having a meltdown with the Trump Kennedy Center. Now a Trump ship. Exactly. Pure Blood Holly John said FAFO. Exactly. Benji 1959 said railguns. Dobermom said they need lasers. I think those are already there. Directed energy weapons. I think they're already
It
part
says
of it.
laser.
Yeah.
Specifically. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So don't mess with us. In other words.
So if you think about the capability of that ship and having 20 to 25 of them stationed around the world, the real question is, where's the carrier and where's the battleship? Because that's all we need.
Yep, exactly. Dave?
There's a lot more stuff coming too. I sent James some stuff today to look up, but water drones for the United States military. So it's interesting for stuff that could go 38-foot autonomous boats that can travel 100-mile-an-hour too. So there's craziness going
Well,
on.
and I've
coming.
heard
Big
reports.
time.
I've heard reports of underwater drones. Nobody knows who they're from or what they're about. Are they alien? Are they military? But they can travel at hundreds of miles per hour through the water. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's a big deal. Alex, any thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, when you think about this prospectively, the Navy commissioned the first 3 battleships in 1895. Ultimately, they built 59. The last active battleship, the USS Missouri, was decommissioned in 1992. The Missouri, 58,000-ton Iowa-class battleship, was one of 4 battleships active in the 90s. So Trump, again, is bringing us up to current time standards and technology across the board. And I think it's fantastic. I mean, the technology that's going to go into one of those ships, dude, FAFO, put that back on the screen, because that's what the man is saying.
Right. And not only from a military standpoint in terms of technology, how many air traffic control offices are being upgraded? Almost 5,000. Robo taxis, personal flying vehicles. I mean, we are moving into, as President Trump would say, a true golden age.
Sam, do you know
Here's
how to
my-
make 1,000 seamen go crazy?
Oh God, what?
You put Cher in a see-through dress on the USS Missouri and watch shit go crazy.
Remember
that?
Sure. I'm
Turn
sure.
back time.
Yeah.
Turn back time. Yeah, she did it with a see-through nightie or whatever it was. You can watch that video today, and that made those guys go freaking crazy.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh, and
this is my picture of my USS Iowa here.
oh, nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. That
Which
is
it's antique though,
It's
right?
a serious piece of equipment
Yeah, it is
for its
antique.
time. Yeah, 100%. Also, too, I forgot to mention everybody. So we have notified TikTok that if you were a subscriber and have not been able to join the subscriber only lives, we put in a trouble ticket for that. Secondly, if you're going to join as a subscriber on TikTok, the only option now is to join as a super fan. That's not my call. That's out of my control, but that's what TikTok has done. So I wanted to make sure I explained that to everybody again, because it seems like things are changing every day. All right, so let's move on to the last story. President Trump issued a warning to Colombian President Gustavo Petro. He said, quote, "He's got to watch his ass because he makes a cocaine and sends it into the United States of America from Colombia." I don't think you could put anybody else. You could put anybody on blast more significantly than what President Trump just did with Gustavo Petro. What do you think, James?
I think it just kind of goes hand in hand with what he's doing with Maduro. He's let Maduro know that, hey, we're not playing around this time. This is serious stuff, and the flexing of the muscle, taking crude oil ships that are sailing nefariously under false flag. Everything that President Trump says he means, and I think these other leaders, if you can call them world leaders, they're realizing that he doesn't mess around, and this is serious shit.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Alex?
Colombia is producing every year 400 to 500 more metric tons. 2023, they produced 2,664 metric tons. 2024, that number was up to 3,000 metric tons. That's a lot. That's a lot. And, we all know what it's used for. Like back in the original old days, it was, it was a medicine, and then they found out that it's really not. And now it's a drug, and they take it and break it down into other forms and mix it with things from China, and people are dying. Like it's got to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, before I forget, I just saw Kelly Thurman 2 is in the chat, and look at what she sent me. She sent me more cowboy candy. Exactly.
Wow.
So that means you guys should have your packages here pretty soon.
how many did she send you? 1 jar or 2 jars?
She sent me this jar, and she sent me some coffee samples of coffee she loves. She sent me some
So
a book she sent me, and then she also sent me a coffee mug, but it broke in shipping. But the cowboy candy made it.
So take if you want, take half of that jar, put it into your food processor, and turn it into relish.
Ooh.
So just hit it until it
Yeah.
relishes up
Yeah.
on hot dogs, hamburgers, like all man,
Yeah,
buddy.
exactly. But Kelly, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you, and I can't wait to dig into that. That first jar was gone in a couple of days. I mean, I literally sat there and just ate it out of the jar. Incredible. All right, everybody. So that's all we have for today. I'm going to do some honorable mentions before we sign off on the other platforms. John Gwynn, Charlie, Benji 1959, Melissa Flinner, Johnny B, Kevin Kiesler, Wendy, Tire Man, Christy B 78, Towie Bixby, Pureblood Holly Johns, Wildlife Fan, Kings Girl 1974, Joy, Kathleen Garcia, Teresa Faria Contractor, Hits, Allie Mae, Sassy Minnesota Girl, Tina Kelly, Dobermom 79, and the list goes on. Thank you all for the gifts. It's so sweet of you. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to sign off now on X, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. We will be back tomorrow for our Christmas